kids? Who wants to adopt some wiggly new pets? Cool. Alright, what I want you to do is we've got a whole lot of worms in this pile here. So have a look in there and see if you can find your own worm to adopt. And while you're doing that, think of some good names for them. The can of worms is a brilliant way to compost your everyday materials around the house. Things like kitchen scraps, cardboard and shredded paper. It's an awesome way to teach kids that you can turn potential pollution into a beautiful, rich organic fertiliser to grow their veggies and have lots of fun doing it. Okay, now Kyla, can I get you to move that plate out because we just need to finish setting up our can of worms. Thank you. Because underneath here, kids, we've got a whole lot of legs. So I've put most of the legs on, but that last leg just clips in there. And now the last bit is we've got a tap because through the worm farm is going to run a whole lot of liquid, which is the fertiliser that you're going to put on your veggie garden. So this tap just screws in here. And then our worm farm is ready to go. Okay, the next thing we've got to do, kids, is make a bed for our worms. So we've got this special brick and I'm going to put this in the water, and believe it or not, that's going to fill up the whole bucket. And the worms can eat the paper and all, so we just put the whole lot in there and let that soak for a while. And after a while, it's going to turn into that. Can you believe that? Okay, kids, we're ready to actually get the worms into their bedding now. So we put our first tray on. And what I want you guys to do, because they can actually eat this cardboard, we're going to put this in the bottom. So I want you to tear this up, and then that goes right in the bottom. So off you go. That looks great. Okay, so we're ready for our clear fibre bedding to go in. And Kyla, we're just about ready for the worms. So if you could grab our worms and then tip them in. Beautiful. So who can see their worm? Yeah. Beautiful. That's Mickey. Who else we got? Yep.
I need Wrigley now. Wrigley. Wrigley. Wrigley.
Alrighty, now our worms are in their new home. I reckon they're probably a bit hungry. What do you think? Yep, I think we should give them something to eat. So they eat the same sort of stuff we do. So these are all the scraps from the kitchen. So I'll get you guys to just spread those out over the surface, because that way the worms can just come up to the top and they'll munch on the fruit and the lettuce. I've got a little bit of food. You don't want to give them too much at the beginning because they need to just find their place in their new home. So a little bit of food like this so they can all come up to the top and get it. And then the last thing is, it's a bit like when you go to bed and Mum comes and reads you a story and tucks you in. We're going to put a blanket over our worms so they'll be nice and cosy in their new home. And that means also they can come right up to the top because they don't like to dry out. So if they can come right up underneath the blanket, they'll be able to come and feed and they'll be really, really happy. So there's one more thing we've got to do, and that's put the lid on because they don't like too much light. It sort of hurts their eyes. So we put our lid on. What do you reckon? Good stuff? Okay. All your new pets are happy in their new home and they've got their blanket on they're ready to go. So does anyone know how you make fertiliser from your worm farm? Hannah?
You turn the tap on and they go to the toilet and you have to have a bucket under the tap and then you pour the stuff on your veggie garden.
Cool, that's great. Your worms will eat about half their own body weight each day. So when the worm farm is really cranking, you can feed them about half a kilo of scraps every few days. When you collect the worm liquid, it needs to be about the colour of a weak tea, so you may need to add some extra water if it is really dark. This liquid is a perfectly balanced fertiliser for your veggie garden. So this is a wonderful way to show your kids how to complete the environmental loop and have heaps of fun doing it.